If this episode makes you think, please let us know in the comments and support us by subscribing and leaving a review. Thank you. Today we are exploring an article from BBC technology reporter Shiona McCallum covering Amazon founder Jeff Bezos' appearance at the VivaTech conference in Paris, where he made a rather striking prediction that AI will lead to a labour shortage. Now that's quite a statement, especially when you consider the widespread concerns about AI replacing jobs. Bezos isn't just saying AI won't cause mass redundancies, he's arguing it'll actually increase demand for human labour, unlocking entirely new opportunities. So let's unpack this for a moment, because it challenges a lot of the common narratives we're hearing. Bezos, a figure who certainly understands scale and efficiency, pushed back against concerns that AI will make large numbers of workers redundant. He flat out said, "I totally disagree with this point of view. And I think, in fact, AI is going to create a labour shortage." Now, this stands in pretty stark contrast to some other influential voices, like former UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, for instance, who's voiced concerns about AI's impact on young people's job prospects. But Bezos paints a really optimistic picture, suggesting that human ambition isn't the limiting factor. It's the barriers that hold us back, and AI can help remove those barriers. For us in education, this immediately makes me think about our core philosophy: enhancement, not replacement. If AI is truly going to create a labour shortage, it implies that the human roles being created aren't just about using AI, but about working alongside it in new, deeply collaborative ways. It speaks directly to the idea of outsource the doing, not the thinking. If the repetitive doing is automated, what incredible new thinking jobs are we going to need people for? This isn't just about teaching students to manage AI, it's about preparing them to step into roles that currently don't even exist. Roles that demand a different kind of cognitive stretch and problem solving. This shift in perspective, that AI job creation education isn't just a possibility, but a probability that leads to a shortage of human talent, should fundamentally reshape how we think about curriculum. Bezos himself is putting his money where his mouth is, with his new AI venture, Prometheus, focused on accelerating physical manufacturing. Now, manufacturing is a sector that's already seen significant automation, and historically it's been a source of anxiety around job displacement. The UK's Trades Union Congress has even warned about AI repeating the disaster of deindustrialisation. But if AI in manufacturing is creating a demand for more human labour, that's a game changer. It means the nature of those jobs is evolving. It's not about factory workers being replaced by robots, but perhaps factory workers becoming robot supervisors, AI optimizers, or designers of human-robot interaction workflows. This brings us to the second significant aspect of the article: AI moving beyond the purely digital and into the physical world. While Bezos was talking about space exploration with Blue Origin, and it's certainly fascinating to hear about a permanent base on the moon, refueling rockets with lunar resources, even with a recent setback for a New Glenn rocket, the article really highlights the physical manifestation of AI with Unitree's humanoid robot. This robot, teaming up with French neuro AI company Habs, was demonstrating interaction using cognitive signals directly from brain activity via a headband. This isn't just about talking to a chatbot, it's about humans interacting with machines through pure thought. This really got me thinking about what AI literacy means in an environment where AI isn't just software on a screen, but a physical entity standing next to you. How do we prepare students to think with AI when that AI might be a robot moving around a factory floor or assisting in a healthcare setting? It's not just about prompting an LLM, it's about understanding the physical limitations, the safety protocols, and the ethical considerations of collaborating with a physical machine that might be interpreting your direct thoughts. Imagine a Year 8 design and technology lesson where students aren't just designing a product, but designing the interaction protocols between a human and a collaborative robot arm in a simulated manufacturing environment, they'd need to consider not just the robot's capabilities, but the human's comfort, intuition, and safety. This is where understanding AI limitations and failure modes becomes incredibly tangible. It's about developing a theory of mind for a physical, not just digital, intelligence. If you're finding this conversation as thought-provoking as I am, and you want to stay ahead of these developments in AI and education, please make sure you follow and subscribe to this podcast. It helps us reach more educators who are grappling with these big questions. So, what does this mean for the skills we're nurturing in our schools? If AI impact on jobs is largely about creation rather than replacement, and the future of work involves humans deeply integrated with both digital and physical AI, then our focus must pivot. It's about cultivating those uniquely human domains that AI cannot touch: wonder, care, judgment, relationship, imagination, wisdom, and ethics. These are the human-in-the-loop skills that are irreplaceable. The real value, as we often say, is not in what the machine produces, but in how the student responds. We need to be designing learning that cannot be faked because it demands depth, care, and imagination. Think about a Year 10 drama lesson where students are tasked with exploring the ethical dilemmas of physical AI in a hospital setting. They're not just performing, they're judging the nuances of human-machine interaction, exercising empathy for both the human patients and the AI's programmed logic. Or a school leader planning professional development. Instead of focusing solely on how teachers can use a new AI tool, the CPD could be centered around understanding the emerging AI future of work across various sectors, and then collaboratively brainstorming the AI skills for teachers themselves and how to embed these into subject-specific curricula. This approach would activate teachers as change agents, giving them the space and time to explore these new frontiers, rather than simply presenting them with tools. It's an evolution, not a revolution, but one that demands profound shifts in our pedagogical intent. Bezos's prediction gives us an optimistic lens through which to view the future. It allows us to move beyond the fear of redundancy and instead focus on the incredible opportunity to elevate human capability. It's about teaching students not to outsmart machines, but to outthink them. And that, I think, is a future worth building, where our ingenuity is truly unleashed by intelligent tools, creating new jobs and new challenges for the next generation to tackle. That's all for today. Thanks for listening.